Hello everyone, I'm that Wonder Jacob.
And I'm just Summer.
And welcome back to Let Us Blank to You, where today we're talking to you. Let us talk to you.
Let us talk to you.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything at all. Quick Trip, not sponsored
yet.
But you know what? We are sponsored by W. Go to w.gg, use code T1NJ for 10% off.
Yeah.
I hope they still keep my sponsorship even though I'm stepping away from streaming. Yeah. In case anybody doesn't know, I have anger issues. And because of them, I am taking a break from streaming because I get very angry. I'm thinking it's going to be about 2 months because I want to be able to come back for Homies Craft Hardcore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No help.
Okay.
No. Also, first vlog coming soon. We're going to the baseball game soon. And I don't know, I might try to vlog for Summer's birthday too. I don't know. What you doing?
You keep talking.
I like how you started typing in Dreamcast at first. Yeah.
God. I need the script. Okay, ask me.
Summer, who would you say is your dream guest on your podcast?
Dream guest on my podcast? I'm gonna spice it up and say my ex.
Or JoJo.
Poor JoJo.
No, so I watched a video, and it's starting to seem 100% like, oh, every one of her managers and everything was realizing that, you know, now that she's not owned by Nickelodeon anymore, she's gonna get dull and boring, so they had to go with a drastic change. And it also brought up the thing of like how most child celebrities stop mewing. Most child celebrities can't really transition into adulthood. Yeah, because they don't know who they are yet because they spent pretty much most of their development phase behind or in front of a camera.
Yeah.
So poor JoJo, but also cringe.
Yeah, I saw something about how like her parents basically made her pay all the money.
Yeah.
For them and house, and she kicked him out.
Also, fresh haircut. That's more important than JoJo.
My hair got done on Saturday.
Yeah, fresh hair tone.
Why'd you? Don't touch my hair.
Why? Why can't I? 'Cause why? Why are you drinking it like that?
I need it.
Boy, why are you drinking Pedialyte?
I need it.
Use both your eyes. That's one of our favorite videos. So simple, but so iconic.
Complex.
That too, I guess. Okay, cool. The cooling pad is on.
Use both the eyes. I need it.
Mike Wazowski.
Always watch.
Is it obvious that we're just kind of fumbling around until an idea falls into our lap for this one?
You weren't supposed to tell them that.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's obvious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop mewing. You're doing it wrong. I hate myself. We were supposed to go to the gym today, but then I got a really bad headache.
Yeah.
I took like 1,000 milligrams of ibuprofen and it's still not gone. Are you playing with the dice tube? Yo, try my tub with the dice. So, I don't know if I've shown it off on the podcast. I don't know if I've shown it off on the... Oh, ASMR? Sorry, headphone users. Oh my god. But so Summer got me in November. She got me an advent calendar
mid-November
for dice, right? She ordered that mid-November. And then it got canceled and they refunded her the money. Well, guess what we got in the mail last week?
Yeah, he was like, "Are you expecting a package?" And I was like, no.
And she was like, well, the name seems familiar.
It does. It sounds like one of our clients. But I was like, how did they... mob. I was like, how did they get my address?
So I'll start with the color that we have the least of in dice so far, which is going to be
Purple.
this beautiful purple D4. Looks very, very nice, very clean. And we've got this black marble looking one. Got a D12 and a D20 in that.
Let's roll it and see
Okay.
the outcome of us actually figuring out our.
It's going to be a nat
Forecast.
1. That's a 14. We're going to figure something out.
Woo!
And then there's these like yellow green semi-clear ones. I'm trying to make sure it's actually in focus.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got a D4, a D10 slash D100, and then a D12. And then there was a pin. And I was trying to stick it to my visor, but the whole pin part just straight up broke. And I was very sad. Because one of my coworkers, she knows I'm a big Pokemon fan, and she just... 7. She just found on the ground it was a Psyduck pin that said, "What the duck?" She's like, "I know you like Pokemon. I figured you should have this." So I stuck that. I stuck that to my visor, and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to stick pins and stuff to my visor. And the other one broke. But yeah, so I'm using this tub of Dub Sludge, 10% off, code T1NJ, as a dice bowl. Because 4. Good job.
Ooh.
Originally, I was just going to keep the W tubs for like advertisement purposes. But then I'm like, wait a minute. I want something to put all the dice in. And I've got now 3 empty tubs of W. This, a Dragonade, and then a Big Energy Tears. We got to order W.
From
Summer, stall for time. I'm going to order W.
okay, what do I talk about? Let's
Let me check my bank account before I order. so I
check your
know.
bank account, baby girl.
Let me subtract what bills I have left.
Yeah.
Start talking. Start talking.
Start talking. I don't know what to say, really. What? Why are you laughing at
You're
me?
goofy.
Yuck.
Oh, yuck.
Yuck. That was good. That one.
No, it wasn't.
That's really rude. Let's talk about how I think young Sheldon should get a spin-off following adult Sheldon.
Maybe call it something like the Big Bang Theory,
I think
since he's
so.
into
Yeah,
science.
that'd be so good. Yeah,
That would be so cool.
I think so. And give him like a whole group of nerdy friends. He deserves it. Like nerdy friends, and then like, you know, I think the person who currently plays his mom should play or her mom in real life should play his mom. And then maybe the guy who does like the voiceover in Young Sheldon, that should be he should play older Sheldon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's sarcasm. Yeah, but I'm really excited for the Georgie spinoff because I
Need-
like Jordan. He's a
need-
good character.
20 for parking. 8.
Yeah.
Gonna hold off like 80
Jacob's doing
for
math.
food.
Jacob is doing
I'm doing math.
The
Are we still gonna buy a bottle of vodka for your party? So that way
Yeah.
you can not have to worry about paying $8 a drink at Up Down.
yeah.
Which, if you're in Oklahoma City, I'm not saying when and where. I mean, I guess I said where, Up Down. But if you've never been to Up Down, it's fun. Even if you just go for the arcade games, it's fun. Duolingo. What else do I need to pull money out for?
Did you say for a date?
I did 20 for parking. Well, I guess I need to do another like 10 for parking at Up
Yeah,
Down.
that's true.
Maybe we should hold off on W.
Yeah, we should wait.
We should
We
wait.
should wait.
Dang, that means I only have like 3 servings of the Inaba elixir.
Well, I
left.
won't be drinking.
Yeah, she only like exclusively drinks Dub Sludge,
I kind of drink the Big Energy Tears,
the blue raspberry. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
but I'm a big.
I'm just gonna buy you a sample pack so you have a W themed shaker, and then you get 3 of their energy drink sample packs and 2 of the Dubby Hydro sample packs.
I'm a big green apple person, as we can tell by my.
Yeah. I'm also a big green apple person.
Our soap is green apple. Dish soap.
I remember like a year and a half ago, we used to invite people over to our apartment until like 1 or 2 people ruined it. If you're somehow watching, you know who you are. I blocked you on everything. How are you here? Anyway, and one of my coworkers, we drank. And by we, I mean I did. Summer stayed sober. But I pulled him to the kitchen. I'm like, yo, smell my effing soap. And I just squeezed it so he could smell it. He's like, that's nice. And I remember from that night, I had a blurry picture of it on my phone the next morning, and I don't remember taking it. And someone was like, yeah, you were going to send him a picture of it so he knows what soap to get. I'm like, oh. Oh, I was gone.
Yeah, we... one of us typically tries to stay sober if there's going to be a big group, because just don't want if something is going to go wrong, we want someone to be there to kind of
yeah,
monitor, yes, mediate. I don't know.
I just wish we could have frequent hangouts at our apartment again, though. But now it's not like there's somebody that would ruin it. It's that nobody wants to drive up to Oklahoma City, and then nobody over in Norman wants to host anything.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that's the one thing I hate the most about us moving, is there's no friends over here. We get to see them once every 2 to 3 months for events like birthdays or just inviting people over to hang out one weekend during the summer.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, we have Shelby, but I'm just have not invited her.
You having fun?
Yes, I
with
am.
my dice tube?
Yes, I am.
But yeah, it's like, also we're big on board games.
And no one likes board games.
Well, it's not that no one likes board games. It's that the people that do like board games don't live in town.
Not true.
Whenever I lived in Manford, nobody liked board games. Like, I would throw all these board games at people, and people would be like, let's play Jackbox. I'm like, Jackbox is just a digital board game.
Yeah.
We have these board games. Like, how much would you say our board game collection has cost us over the years? I want to say close to 500.
My goodness. Yeah, about that much. We have a lot of board games, but and no one really to play it with, so.
So we've spent close to 500 altogether on board games. And like whenever Summer was in college, board games played almost every couple of days. And now it's like, And if you had a regular like laptop, Windows PC or whatever, I would just make you download board or tabletop simulator, and we could just find people to play that with in the Discord.
True.
But she has a MacBook, an old MacBook. I would try to install like a Windows OS on there, but your MacBook would probably die.
My MacBook isn't as bad as my other MacBook. I had a MacBook before that MacBook. It was so old it still had a CD, DVD.
Oh.
Do you not remember that?
No.
Because I put The Sims on it.
Yeah, I genuinely don't remember it. After I bought you that refurbished one for your birthday, after I got my tax returns, whenever I still got good tax returns,
True.
I don't remember what you had before that.
Oh, well, I had, it was a thick white.
Oh, the plasticky one?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember now.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie though, like, again, taking a break from streaming, but if OBS was actually competent on Mac, I would 100% be willing to pay monthly for like a Mac to put in here in place of the laptop. Because Macs are great for like video editing, music software, stuff like that. Like they're great for that, but then most games don't run on it. It doesn't support a lot of the softwares that I use with Windows.
The Sims worked on it. I played The Sims. Webkins works on my current one.
Like dream scenario, right? Dream scenario is I could have a gaming PC And then for video editing, and if I ever wanted to actually fully get into music, have a Mac for video editing and music software.
Let's go to my old college and steal
Just steal the Macs that are there.
one of the Macs.
Go to my old tech school. I remember whenever I was leaving, like the last day of school, the instructor, he always orders equipment on the last day just so that way the second years get jealous because they won't get to see any of it the next year. And I remember he bought not that year's like Pro Max, but the ones that are like a step below that, you know, the ones that are the actual towers.
Yeah.
The budget he had for that class was wild. Like, I got to work with near Hollywood level cameras in there.
Nice.
And now I have this, which isn't bad. It's definitely way better than anything I could have hoped to have in high school. It was like a $700 camera. Cameras are expensive.
Yeah.
Can we talk about cameras for a second? Yes.
I just want a cute little digital one like I used to have where
I mean, those are fun. Those are fun. But I'm talking like for purposes of what I'm into, which is actual photography. If I wanted to get a lens to shoot farther on this camera, it would cost more than the camera. Like, most lenses range anywhere from $500 to $1,000. And those are just like regular everyday lenses. Like the commercial, professional grade lenses. I would have to take out small loans just to get those types of lenses. That's why I stick with the lens that this camera came with. It's good, but I like having zoom. Zoom.
Yeah, I didn't really like having classes on Zoom. Actually, I did because I would mute myself and turn off my camera and just take a nap. If any of you are watching my old
No, I didn't take sip of slushy. Nah, I can we also be honest in the fact that I would have been graduated from college if COVID never happened? COVID's what made me drop out. Like, it hit my freshman year, and I do not have the attention span for online classes. And I had one or two online classes during each semester, but I couldn't handle 7, like my whole course being online. So I was like, yep, full time. What could have been, you know? I could easily still be in college.
could have been done.
Could have been done. I guess I wouldn't still be in college. My graduation date was set to be 2023.
I graduated 2022. COVID made me take an extra year because all the classes I needed were shut down, and then I ended up having to just replace them. I took a Photoshop class instead of the costuming and makeup.
Yeah. But no, like, it's still crazy to think just how the world got affected by COVID. Even outside of that. I don't want to get too deep into it.
Yeah.
But, like, it's crazy to think the world shut down for, like, 1 to 2 years.
Yeah. And even then.
We're still seeing the effects of it. Darn you, inflation. That was bound to happen eventually, but it definitely got worse because of that.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. Ugh.
I never saw a cent of that COVID money.
I did.
I didn't. My mom claimed me as a dependent.
Yeah, I remember the year after the first COVID relief funds came out. Since I didn't get it because I wasn't 18 plus, but I was 18 whenever I was filing, they're just like, oh, here's $1,400 on your tax return just because you didn't get it last year.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I've been getting such bad tax returns. The government's been like, okay, we gotta scale it back now. You still owe us. I low-key miss being in school, though. Like, if we did not have bills to worry about, or if I just had a family that was rich enough to where they could pay for our bills while I was taking classes, like, being not even a full mile away from OU campus whenever I go to work makes me want to go to school.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I got robbed of the college experience. It sucks.
Yeah. I got my full college experience and I liked it. I was just saying, I got it and it was.
Yeah.
The last year was kind of meh, but
That last
the
year was
good
kind of
people
mad
kind of
because for some reason
graduated.
everyone started getting a one-sided beef with you for no reason.
Yeah, what's up with that? Like, I literally am just here living my life, trying to be nice to people. Like, I'm just out here living my best, out here living my best life, and y'all can't take that from me. The D is fire. Anyway,
If the D is fire, why did she get divorced?
guess it wasn't that fire. But stop. But no, people just started getting one-sided beef, and I'm like, okay.
And it's so hard, like, if you guys that are watching, if any of you that are watching don't know Summer in real life, with how small this podcast is right now, very unlikely. But if for some reason you don't know Summer in real life, she is one of the least problematic people ever.
Try.
Like she said, she just sits there and minds her own business 99% of the time.
Well, okay. I won't say I mind my own business because I do I like hearing people's tea. I don't like being part of the tea.
Yeah.
Like, I love hearing people's drama, and I will give you advice if you ask, but I don't want to be in it.
But yeah, like for the most part, she minds her own business.
Yeah.
So it's like,
No.
I aspire to be like her though,
Why?
because my anger issues.
Oh, yeah, I'm just.
You are such a calm, kind-hearted person, and high key, I strive to be like you
Oh my god.
in so many aspects of my life. I'm not even saying this to be like, oh, I'm flattering her because we're engaged. Like, she's genuinely kind of like a role model to me.
Aw. Old.
You're older than me by like 2 years. Chill.
Yeah, it still makes me feel old. No.
Yeah, little Miss 25 years old
My
this
full
weekend.
frontal lobe is going to be
Yeah,
developed.
yeah. According to my brother, once you hit 25, your full frontal lobe develops and you're no longer going to be a liberal.
Yeah. Sure. No.
Summer, are you ready to be a conservative Republican?
No. Kill me.
The first time I hear you say something conservative, we got plenty of knives. Why is your tongue green? No, it's a joke.
Oh.
I wish it was blue so I could be like, why are you blue?
I joked.
We've been going to the gym lately.
I wasn't done with the subject.
Oh.
I was going to say, when you grow up in a household where everyone's always mad, you either develop that
I
or
developed it.
or you try to make yourself different. Like, I actively try to make myself different from my circumstance.
And see, I was always one of those people that I felt it was easiest to just try to fit into my circumstance because I didn't like feeling like an outlier. Now, I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't like me for who I am, there's the door.
There's the door, babe!
The door's right there. There's also a door right here, but that one's not in frame. And also that one doesn't go out
closet.
anywhere. That goes in the closet. Hang on.
Jacob's in the closet. Jacob is in the closet, guys. He went
Hi
back.
guys, I'm coming out of the closet.
He came out of the closet, guys.
I came out of the closet like 2 years ago, whatever.
I came
Actually,
out-
technically 3. I came out to a very small group of friends originally, and then I came out publicly. In a way that was kind of immature and childish. I realized why my family got upset by it.
No, I liked it.
Yeah, but me saying, and that's why none of my family talks to me anymore.
I mean,
but
they-
some of them at the point did.
I came out to my mama my senior year because I was talking to like 2 girls and Jacob.
Yeah.
And by talking to 2 girls, I mean one lived in Florida and the other, I just had a crush on her. We
Man,
weren't talking.
you could have lived in Florida where they just repealed the rights to protect workers that work outside in the Florida heat. What are you thinking, Ron?
Yeah.
You live in one of the hottest states in the country and you're like, oh yeah, the rights of the workers that work outside, I don't care about them. This is why people did not want you to be president, Meatball Ron. Ron DeSanctimonious.
Ronald McDonald. But yeah, so I came out to my mama and she's like, so you're bi? And at this point, I identified as bisexual. And she's like, so you think you're bi? You think you also like girls? I'm like, Mama, I know I do. But then I got with Jacob.
Whenever I did, I was afraid my dad would be the one to take it the worst. He was like, "You're still my son. I love you. You planning on watching football this weekend?" Like he immediately just pivoted back to the stuff we always talk about all the time. I'm like, "Yep, he doesn't care. We're good."
Yeah.
I do like though whenever people don't care, but like not in a negative like, "Oh, I don't care about you." It's like "Oh, okay, cool. I know something new about you. You're still the same person."
Yeah, definitely.
I still remember getting messages on Facebook from one dude with, it's always the guys with the conservative flag headers that immediately was like, "This is why I can't stand you gays. You make it your entire personality." I'm like, I have had this Facebook account for 10 years at this point, and this is the first time I've talked about it. I have talked way more about the Dallas Cowboys, WWE, and Pokemon than I ever have. Even to this date, I don't think I've ever really posted or shared too much stuff that has to do with it.
I do.
I mean, yeah, no, I know that you do. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
I do.
Like, I typically only share things that really interest me. I need to be better about advocating. I repost the hell out of some TikToks that are advocating. But I just know on Facebook, I would be hit with nothing but, "Oh, kill yourself. Oh, you're a F-slur." That's why I don't share that type of stuff on Facebook. I just don't want to receive the backlash.
I share whatever I want. People don't like it. There's the door.
There's the door.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the full word, and I was like, Jake!
No.
Swear count.
Yeah, which, if you watched last week's episode, I forgot to censor, but it's still 2 swears, 1 swear. You can't talk about Coriolanus like that, Summer.
But he
is serving, but you can't say that about him here. We were out earlier at Target and Walmart trying to find Summer a cute birthday outfit, and at Target and Walmart, I found the box set of Hunger Games, even though I have them on Kindle. I still need to watch them or read them.
I need to.
I mean, technically, reading is a form of watching.
Yeah,
you're watching the words.
When I was first, before the Hunger Games movies were really announced, or I guess the first one, I was in middle school and I read the first book, and I just remember I couldn't put it down. I was such a reader back then. Like, I love reading, but I think I like writing more now, so that's why I don't spend all my time reading.
That's another thing I hope to do now that I'm taking a break from streaming, is catch up more on reading.
Yeah, but I just remember, like, I could picture vividly, like, what Suzanne Collins was writing, and I would, like, the part where Katniss and Peeta are in the cave, I was like, ooh, I feel this. Like,
I've always been a slow reader, so I hated reading. It genuinely used to frustrate me. So whenever we had reading assignments, I would read the required amount of time, because our teachers would always be like, "Oh, you gotta read 10 to 15 minutes a night." And they'd tell the parents, so obviously my mom and my dad would keep an eye on me. But then, if it was like, "Oh, you have to read everything by this date," I'd just read 10 minutes a day, look up the rest on Google. Look up a rough synopsis. Sorry, teachers, if you're watching this.
I don't like reading when it's like they're forcing you to read a certain book for an assignment. Like, I like reading what I want. Although now, looking back, like, because I was in advanced reading in 8th grade. Yeah, my and my reading teacher, she actually happened to be my old neighbor, so she kind of favored me a little bit, because she loved me, like, and we're Facebook friends. Like, I love her.
Besties.
We were besties. But, like, I remember we read Fahrenheit 451, and looking back on it, like, I want to reread that just because I didn't appreciate it like I should have because we were forced to read it. So it was like,
See, that's what I liked about. I don't know if this was different where you went to school, but elementary school and middle school. Well, I guess I should just say elementary school because middle school is when, excuse me, specific books started having to be read. But I remember elementary school, they were like, okay, pick a book that is your grade level or higher,
Yeah.
and then that's what you have to read.
Yeah,
So like that's what
how it
got
was.
me into Hunger Games, and then I remember Bone, which I feel like we talked about Bone before. We also talked about Hunger Games before. I want to buy the 10-book set of those because I think on Kindle it's $50 for all 10 books.
I want you to read the Percy Jacksons. I want you to watch it. I want you to read it. I even want you to watch the bad movies just so you can see how good the show is compared to the movies.
Let me finish Hunger Games first.
Yes. Okay. Fair.
I again, I want to get back to the point where I'm reading every day, and I want to also get to the point where, like, I've taken a social media break. I re-downloaded Twitter for maybe 10 minutes so I could put out a post saying like, hey, I'm taking a break from streaming, just so that way anybody that's not in the Discord is at least semi-aware. But I want to start reading like 2 chapters a day. Like, instead of mindlessly scrolling through TikTok while I'm taking my morning dump, I want to try to read a chapter then, and then I want to read a chapter at night.
Fair.
Because middle of the day, I would say I want to read during my breaks. My coworkers got me started on One Piece. So during my breaks, I watch 2 episodes of One Piece. Because if I did the math, if I watched 3 episodes a day from beginning to end, it would take me a year.
I said that's not bad.
Yeah, I remember I was at work like 2 weeks ago and I was talking about it, and one of the coworkers, he was like, so hypothetically, if you stayed up 24 hours a day only watching One Piece, how long would it take you? We did the math, 24 and a half days. All 1,098 episodes, no breaks in the middle, no sleeping, 24 hours a day for 24 and a half days straight. You could finish One Piece. Yeah.
I am watching I was watching iCarly reboot.
iCarly.
And then I finished that, but there kept getting commercials of the Loud House. And I was like, you know what? This show looks kind of funny, and I don't want to download another TV app. So I just started it, and I'm watching it, and I think I'm almost done with it actually.
Yeah, and then we just finished season 5
Of Once Upon a
Time.
Ooh.
We're gonna watch season 6. Summer insists that I watch at least 1 episode of season 7.
Because I think everyone should just experience the first episode of season 7. I might go back and watch season 7 just to say I actually finished the show fully, but you don't have to do that with me.
Yeah, but after we finish that, I'm making Summer watch Death Note, which I want to say Death Note is 30 episodes.
Oh.
And they're all about 25 minutes apiece. It is a very bingeable show.
Okay.
Because I remember it was after the accident. I think it was like after you started back to college, and I was still looking for work, that I would just hang out in my room, fill out job applications, watch Death Note. It's crazy though. Like, I've never been a big like anime guy. Obviously I watch the stereotypical ones like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. Whenever Nicktoons aired Dragon Ball Z.
Okay. That was mine.
If you want to just count it by animation style, I've watched Avatar.
True.
It is okay. It is such a big debate. Summer, I want to hear your opinion on this, because the debate is Avatar is or isn't anime. The reason for is the animation style matches anime perfectly, like to a T, what anime is supposed to be. The reason that some people say it isn't is because it's made in America. Anime is classified as Japanese animation. Would you say that Avatar is anime or not?
See, personally, I don't have an opinion because I don't want.
I would say that it is. I know there's going to be a bunch of anime apologists online that are like, well, this is an anime in Japan.
No.
But then those are also the same people that are like, oh, well, Pokemon isn't anime, it's too mainstream. By your definition, it is. Japanese animation.
The did you know the original Miraculous Ladybug was going to be an anime?
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
Did
And
you though?
Their names were supposed to be Bridget and Felix, and that's why there's a character named Felix in Miraculous Ladybug.
I'm still so mad in Fortnite
Oh.
that Chat Noir
Noir.
isn't teasing Miraculous in Fortnite, but it's just a fake brand that they put in there. They knew what they were
They
doing.
knew.
They had to have at least slightly known, like, okay,
if
well, there's
they
going to be this
put-
amount of people that know.
If they put Ladybug / Cat Noir in Fortnite, I would buy it. I would buy it. I would buy it. I love them. I love that show so much.
Lucky Charm gets a Glock.
Please, but
Could you
mean the pickaxe?
Okay, hang on. Could you imagine they made the Lucky Charm like just a rare item? You use it and you just get a random gold gun that's in that season.
That'd be cool.
Like it could be any of them,
That'd be
and it's guaranteed to be gold.
Fortnite, please. And then
You could put the Cataclysm in. Obviously, it wouldn't be able to break anything in just one
Cataclysm would
touch.
just be a Detroit Smash. It could just be that, but they changed the colors to black and green. Because that works pretty much like a Cataclysm.
Fortnite.
Fortnite, listen to me.
And the back blings can be the Kwamis.
And the gliders can be like he has his baton, and then she has her yo-yo.
Yeah, the yo-yo can become like a glider. Like whenever she opens up the glider, like the yo-yo opens up and it becomes that glider
Yeah.
because it's what she needs in this situation.
And then he just has his.
And imagine,
thing.
I know we're reaching here, but imagine if they did put it in. If you start off the game in like the miraculous state, after a certain amount of time, it automatically puts you to
Puts
one
you
of their
to
like to
their
either Adrian or
human.
Marinette.
And
Fortnite, we are giving you money here.
the main villain of the season, but like just spawns Hawkmoth.
See, I don't think they would make them like a season thing of that high. Like, kind of like the Ninja Turtles. They were in Chapter 5, Season 1, and you could find, Ninja Turtle themed weapons,
Oh,
but they
that's
didn't have Shredder as a main boss on the map. But they did have like a small location dedicated
Isn't
to them.
Shredder their person? Their
Splinters, the trainer.
Oh.
I have never watched a
I've
single
never
episode of any of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shows, but I at least know some of the lore just because of the internet.
they both start with S. So
Guys, look, it's Shredder. Where? Hang on, I gotta show you that one now.
Okay.
So I think what the context is, I don't know if it's like someone became Shredder and I didn't want to open a Walmart ad. Okay. Look a Shredder. So
Hey, Michelangelo, how about a pizza with the works?
Pizza? No way, dude. I crave no more.
Amazing. Astonishing. Not bad. Maybe now it's safe to order out for some pizzas.
No need, dude.
no, I don't want a fan cam edit. I just want the original. There it is.
Let's get down and dig out.
It's Shredder.
Like, I think the context is maybe like Michelangelo got put into Shredder's body. Because that's why Michelangelo's like, I crave pizza no more.
help. That's silly.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
What show was I saying that we should watch? I was like, oh, that should be our next. Oh, Saved by the Bell.
Oh, yeah, because we were talking about it.
Yeah, because
and
I never finished it.
yeah,
started
I
it
didn't
with
either. I
Erica.
watched it back whenever we first lived in Oklahoma, and it came on cable like every morning. My go-to shows to watch every morning were Wacky Races, the CMT Top 10, and Saved by the Bell. Those were the top three things we would always watch. But so anyway, we were at Walmart, and I love the button-up shirts that they sell there. Like, I don't care what you say about Walmart clothing. I love Walmart clothing.
Walmart clothing has stepped up its game.
And I especially love their button-ups. They're really soft. They look good. But I saw one, and I was like, it's giving Saved by the Bell, you know? Like,
My go-to shows in the morning, circling back to that, mine was Charmed. It would come on TNT, and I need to finish Charmed.
I remember my go-to shows during sick days. I would always spend it in my mom's room.
I would spend it in my grandma's room.
Like, I would spend it in my mom's room because, one, my parents always were like, oh, well, we got to keep an eye on you, make sure you're actually sick and not just want to stay home and play video games. Damn it, that's what my whole plan was. But so it would be Charmed, The Young and the Restless, and some other soap opera.
Oh, see, my mom watched The Young and the Restless, and that was her soap. The Young and the
It's
Restless
still
and Days in
going.
Our Lives. Those were her soaps.
Yeah, no, like, I don't know how they're still going. I don't know how much the plot has differed from whenever they started, but I think I saw, no, yeah. So this year is the 50th season of Young and the Restless.
How do y'all keep these shows?
The only
on
reason
air?
I know this is because while I'm at work, if I'm working cashier, whenever it hits 10 o'clock, I'm putting the prices right on. You know?
Yeah.
I gotta
would
watch the
that
prices
when I was
right.
sick.
Yeah, that was a sick
That
day
was-
go-to. Bob Barker was my babysitter, and then Drew Carey became my babysitter.
Yeah.
But so I always put it on, and then I switched the TV with sound back to ESPN because I like watching ESPN. But then Young and the Restless will come on, and like they have a special intro right now for their 50th season.
Oh my god.
How, dude? How? Like, and I can't really say much, right? I think Raw is 35.
But
Wait, no,
also-
Raw. It's like 32 or 33. But also, the storylines are ever changing.
Sports, and that's
I was about to
what
say
sports.
it's sports, and obviously, since you're bringing in new wrestlers like every couple of months, stop mewing. Of course, if you're bringing in wrestlers every couple of months, you can have infinite storylines because you have infinite characters.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. I just loved. I'm blanking.
You know what else I love putting on whenever it comes on at work?
What?
Let's Make a Deal, because I love Wayne Brady. You hear that, Caleb?
Caleb.
Wayne Brady hater? I don't
True.
get how anyone could hate Wayne Brady. He is such a wholesome dude. Did he make a joke on Whose Line Is It Anyway that just didn't sit right with Caleb one day?
Caleb said, "Ugh."
Caleb was like, I hate him now. We always compare it to Wayne Brady being Caleb's Dinkelberg. Wayne Brady.
I'm just saying though, Dinkelberg was just a nice neighbor, and then
Yeah.
the dad hated him for no reason. But he also hated Timmy. Like, how old are you? Like, my dreams died years ago. How old are you? Like, that's your child. Chill.
I don't understand why so many shows the dad has to be deadbeat and stupid. Like,
Yeah, a lot of shows, a lot of kids shows, the parents are idiots.
well, like, especially so the dad in most of them, though.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm about to say isn't me saying, oh, we need more men characters in shows. There's still way more male characters than female characters.
Yeah.
But we need more male characters that can be positive role models to
Yeah.
young boys growing up.
Yeah,
Like,
since I'm watching it, I'll say the example. The dad in the Loud House. I mean, he's a good dad.
he is kind of stupid, though.
He is kind of stupid, but he's a good dad. I think, and he cries, so he teaches. I feel like he's teaching like it's okay for a man
Yeah.
to cry, which I love that
Let's
message.
see. Bandit in Bluey.
Oh yeah.
He's a good example.
Jerry Russo, I think, from Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good dad. I mean, he gave up his wizard powers for love. Like, come on. And he,
Man, can't believe they're remaking it, but, you know, instead the son's doing the exact same thing, giving up his wizard powers for love.
yeah, Justin Russo would not do that. I'm sorry. You mean to tell me Justin Russo, who cheated or tried to cheat during the Family Wizard competition, is giving up his powers?
Nana!
Come on. If anyone would give up their powers for love, genuinely would be Alex, in my opinion. Because she's proven she doesn't need her powers. She was a strong female character.
Speaking of Alex, though, Selena Gomez.
Ah.
I need to see when Only Murders season 4 comes out.
I hope it's better than this past season. 'Cause
Yeah.
I do like Only Murders, and it was really good. I mean, I'm Oliver, man. Me and my dips. me, me and my dips, my theater personality, you know? Just Oliver.
But yeah, season 3 was kind of mid.
Yeah. Season 2 was really good. I mean, I didn't see that coming. Season 1 as well, I did not see that
Okay,
coming.
so the Hollywood Reporter says summer 2024 is a safe-ish bet on when the new season comes out.
Okay.
But if you haven't watched Only Murders in the Building,
You need to.
season 1, peak. Season 2, really good. Season 3, if you like the show, it's not bad.
It has
but
Paul Rudd and Meryl Streep.
that's
all you
true.
need.
If you like the star power of Paul Rudd and Meryl Streep, then you are set. But yeah, like season 3 was aight. But I remember whenever season 1 first came out, I was just all over it. I heard about it because I turned on Hulu one day to watch something. I forgot what it was. But it was like, oh yeah, new original show coming out next week. And I'm just like, I like whodunit style things. I know last week or the week before we kind of brought up we wish we could watch Knives Out for the first time again.
Yeah.
So I love
yeah.
those whodunit type things. So whenever I saw it, that was a series that I genuinely, every week, I was like, what happens next? And then it leaves off on a cliffhanger, and I stare at my TV, pissed, because I'm just like, oh my god, no, I need more today.
Elbowed my little head. No, Jacob had been fiending for me for years to watch it, but I just never got around to it, and so he made me watch it after we watched. Whee!
And I'm glad she enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Again, it was a show that I hyper fixated on. Like I didn't really post in communities, but I was all over like looking up what people were seeing in the backgrounds of things on Twitter and Reddit.
That's how I am with Taylor Swift.
Like I was looking for lore or hidden clues that were in plain sight that I might have looked over. Because it was so fun. I need to find another whodunit type show and kind of watch
Yeah.
that alongside One Piece.
I'm trying to think of I know a show. House of Anubis. Got it. Oh, I watched House of Anubis after iCarly, actually. I love Sibuna.
Oh, it's the left hand?
Yeah. Sibuna. I love that show. Although I will say the last season. They got rid of my two faves.
What is it with shows and their last season typically being the worst season?
I will
Like
say-
Game of Thrones, for example, everyone hated the last
Really?
season of Game of Thrones.
What I will say, a show that has a really good last season, but a show that remained constantly good, and 10 out of 10, you should watch it, everyone.
Avatar.
Well, yes, but I was going to say The Good Place, because
Yes, that too.
they did not cater to fans and be like, okay, we're going to keep putting out seasons because that's what people want. They were like, we have a set.
We have a set ending.
mind.
I'm not going to spoil it.
It's so good, and
Actually, spoiler, mute for the next 10 seconds. They're all gonna die. They die eventually. I mean, they technically don't. They get...
yeah.
You know what I meant, though. We need to rewatch that, though.
True. I love.
Especially now that we won't have to wait for new seasons.
It's true. I need to watch. I think I need to finish. No, I did finish Manifest. Okay, never mind. I had to think because I remember I put off watching the end. There's a lot of shows that I start and then I'm like, well, I don't want it to end, so I don't finish it. Which I need to be better about that. I need to finish my New Girl rewatch and my DuckTales rewatch, and I need to rewatch Star versus the Forces of Evil. I need to rewatch Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure.
So, what I need to start doing, since I'm breaking from streaming, I want to start keeping up with wrestling again. At least NXT and SmackDown. I don't know if I could sit through a whole 3 hours of Raw every week. But NXT and SmackDown for sure. So Tuesday and Friday, I need to watch those. And then I need to, obviously, I'm watching One Piece. I need to finish My Hero Academia. I did the same thing this year that I did whenever I started it last year. I got to the middle of season 2, and then I just stopped for some reason. It's not that it's bad either. I'm thoroughly entertained up to that point, but then it's just like, oh. So I need to finish those. I'm not counting the shows we're watching together, by the way. Let's see here. The Orville by Seth MacFarlane. I started that, and then I stopped watching it randomly.
I need to watch American Dad because apparently he's still putting out new seasons, and I thought it was over, so I stopped watching.
Yeah. And then honestly, after One Piece, another 1,000+ episode binge I need to do. I need to rewatch the entire Pokemon anime. Like, or Dragon Ball, or the entirety of Dragon Ball, because now that I'm in the middle of One Piece, occasionally Joe or Dan will just be like, so what's next? I'm like, I probably got a year. Oh yeah, since she got me all the Avatar and Korra box sets, I need to watch those.
It was a bundle at Walmart, and I was like,
here, you can.
Oh, it was just on sale for like 40.
How much was it?
I said it. I thought it was, I mean, not that I want to cheap out on a gift, but I just know we've been looking at it and it's been like 80 or something.
I will cheap out on gifts. For anyone that watches that I buy you gifts, just know 75% of the time it's from clearance. Like, yeah. I'm a smart gift giver. I will find stuff that you like, but I will try to find it on sale. If I can't find it on sale, I'll pay full price, whatever.
Well, yeah, no, what I'm saying is, like, I don't try and cheap out, but if it's on sale, that's a perk.
No, I do try to cheap out. I will intentionally look for sale items before I go out of my way to pay full price. We are poor.
Out of my gift. No, I'm just kidding.
You literally picked out one of your gifts.
Kidding. It was a joke.
Yeah, that $30 dress.
Oh, whatever.
I'm kidding.
We couldn't find anything cute, so I looked on Amazon.
Yeah, I love how we were just talking earlier about, oh yeah, Walmart's got really good clothes.
Well, okay,
none of the women's clothes were good whenever we went today.
Well, the one by our house had cute clothes, but then I pictured myself in them, and I was like, I don't think I'll look good.
And then I pictured her in them, and I'm just like,
whatever. I just get discouraged looking at clothes. Like, it took me, like, I went through the entirety of my search on Amazon. I kept clicking next, and then I had to search something new until finally I was like, you know what, this dress looks cute. So stop newing. I
don't know what it is. Like, off camera, I will not do it. As soon as I see myself in camera, I just gotta.
I was gonna show.
Not the Slender Man.
Yeah, because I got that game. Oh, I was gonna show what Melissa said she got me.
Oh yeah.
So the receptionist at my job, she was like, I was talking and
I'll adjust the focus.
I was talking to her about how Jacob already opened, like, I already opened my gifts, right? And
which we need to get real better about. We're really bad about holding gifts for each other until like Christmas Day or our actual birthday.
The day it comes in, we'll be like, here, open.
Yeah, because we're both so excited to see the other person get it. That's the one thing I low-key kind of hate about Amazon Prime is it's like, oh, great, now I have to either hide this for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But so Melissa was like, she was like, so what do you want for your birthday? And I was telling her about my wish list, and I was like, yeah, I put on this blanket, and low-key, I really want that. And she was like, I'll get it for you. And I was like, Melissa, you don't have to get me anything. And she's like, but I want you. I have the money. Like, I want to get you something. And I was like, I'll send you my wish list. How about that? And then so I had 2 different versions of this blanket. So this is style 1, which I ultimately didn't get, but she asked me which one I liked more. And I was like, I like them both.
Oh, but, put it closer.
Well, the flare. But so that's style 1 that I didn't get, which I call Serving Uranus. And then this one I call The Real Slim Shady, and this is the one she got me. She's such a sweetheart. But then she was talking to her mom on the phone on Friday because her mom called up. Her mom called to ask what I wanted for my birthday. Terry?
Wait, Terry's mom or
So Melissa's the one that bought me the blanket.
Yeah.
Melissa is Terry's daughter, the one who works at the front. Yeah, I've told you this.
I don't remember this.
Okay, Melissa's the one you see when you come bring me lunch.
Yeah, and then whenever I leave, we're
Terry-
both like, bye.
Yeah, that's her. Terry's the woman upstairs
Yeah.
that owns the building. Yeah, that's her
didn't-
daughter. And
I
then
didn't
Zach,
know that.
Zach, who is
I know Zach's the son.
Zach's the son. Oh yeah, yeah. And then Sharon and Mike are my bosses, not Terry. Terry's just cool, and I sit next to her.
Yeah, and then whenever I bring you lunch, she's like, "Oh, go ahead and sit at my desk.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
leaving
like, I'm
anyway."
leaving anyway. She's always like, I'm leaving anyway, and then she'll leave.
But like
She's
the
so
funny
sweet.
thing is, there's a chair right next to Summer's desk. I can
Yeah.
easily just turn that around and sit by
Yeah,
her. But
but-
she always insists. She's like, "No,
She's
I'm
like,
leaving."
take my desk. I love them. They're so
Hurry.
sweet.
Hurry.
But yeah, apparently, like, because Melissa was talking to her on the phone, and she hung up, and she was like, yeah, she called to ask what you wanted for your birthday. Ask me what you wanted for your birthday. And then she kept talking about this movie she watched. She watched the new who has Jake Gyllenhaal. The Roadhouse.
Roundhouse.
No, it's a. Roadhouse. I was
okay.
right. But yeah, she was like talking about that because I could hear. And she got sidetracked telling Melissa about these movies she watched. Apparently, she watched the Super Mario Bros. Movie this weekend. She was like, yeah, I just sat there and I turned it on and watched it all the way through. And I was like, I'm proud of you, Terry. She's so funny.
We
But
need to watch that again soon.
We do.
Or hold off on it and watch it in October as part of our Halloween movies, since I have that Bowser costume.
Since you have a Bowser costume, as if I don't have a Peach costume.
Yeah, you're right.
We were Bowser and Peach, and then I was Barbie as well.
We also got to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
True. Oh, we need to think of what we're doing this Halloween. I low-key want to be a Hunger Games. Because I'm hyper fixated, guys.
I don't fit the body type for Hunger Games because I am not hungry.
You're always hungry. What do you mean?
You're right.
I'm just kidding.
Light snack. But yeah, no, I agree. We do need to start getting ideas
Yeah.
relatively quick, because if it's something we're going to try to make ourselves,
Oh, I don't
Get-
make things.
well, I made,
Well, you
aside from the cufflinks and the necklace, my Bowser costume, well, I guess I had to buy the suit. My Bowser costume, homemade.
I was the one who like told them what to do for the shoulder things. I was like, put cardboard in there to have it stick
Which
up.
means I can almost never clean that suit jacket. I mean, it's a good thing I only wear it maybe once a month,
Yeah.
and even then I don't wear it for that long. This sounds disgusting. I do laundry.
We do.
We're,
And,
we're
well-
moving back to doing it twice a week because we're tired of having to carry around either 2 full baskets or 1 not as full but still full basket.
Yeah. And also it's just I don't like having to wait on people to have the washers and the dryers. and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, you remember how we ranted about someone always taking up all the washers and dryers? We started going back to the laundromat we used to go to. They went up 50 cents on each washer. Well, no. The 2 loads went up 50 cents. The 3 load went up $1. The 5 load went up $2.
Because it was $5, it's $6 now.
Oh, well,
And
I'm stupid. The dryers stayed the same price
Yeah.
though.
But it's still like, oh, did we get money out for the?
Huh. You know it.
Oh,
Pulled $10 out of my bank account.
$10.
I went like $79 over our grocery budget today because
you have money.
Summer's party is this weekend, and I was like, oh man, I want to cook, I want to meal prep. I got stuff for us to do smoothies.
He got my work food, which is just bananas and apples.
Yeah, I made myself.
Yogurt.
Oh my god, I made myself a chicken bacon ranch pasta.
It was
for
pretty
this
good.
week. Yeah, I gave Summer a bite of it, and I also had a bite of it. I did the same thing I did for you. I grabbed
Cover
a
your
couple of
ears.
noodles.
Gonna have to steal me a meal prep bowl.
What? Were you saying something about wanting to steal one of my meal prep bowls?
No. What? No, of course not, honey. I would never.
She's gonna steal one of my meal prep bowls. I would say she doesn't like bacon, but she likes
I don't
bacon
like
bits.
I like bacon bits, but they're fake bacon.
I think it's still real bacon.
Oh, I'm not really big on.
Yeah. I missed bacon though.
You.
So I'm glad I found a way to make meal prep with bacon.
Jacob just him meal prepping is just a way to have the foods that, because I'm a picky eater, to have the foods that he can't have.
Yeah, and like I'll openly admit that too. Like I have nothing against Summer being a picky eater because she still at least likes foods that I enjoy. Like we can still do tacos, we can still do burgers, and like with burgers, if I want extra stuff, I can put that on there because I don't have to cook that into the burger.
Yeah.
So that's fine. The garlic parmesan chicken pasta that we do in the crock pot, she loves that. We always get frozen pizzas. Tony's on sale this week.
4 for 10.
4 for 10. Let's go. I've missed you, Tony. Welcome back.
Welcome
But yeah, like
back to my channel.
It's not like her picky eating gets to the point where I genuinely can't eat anything, but I definitely had to scale back what I used to do a lot of. So like she said, me meal prepping is basically my way. Yeah, I spit a little bit.
It's
I'm
on
sorry.
the TV.
Oh no. But yeah, me meal prepping is a way to eat stuff that I typically don't get to eat that often anymore. Because it's like, why would I spend money on groceries that only I'm going to be able to eat, and then Summer won't be able to enjoy it? Like, that's why if I get stuff for breakfast, I'm getting breakfast sausage. You know, I'm not getting bacon, as much as I love bacon. Like, I can go without bacon. If I want bacon that bad, I can go and get fast food, or, like I said, I can meal prep something with bacon in it. It doesn't hurt me, but I remember one time I was at work, I was talking with Peter, and I was talking about a lot of the stuff you won't eat. He's like, oh my god, if Paige was that picky, I would be pissed off all the time.
It's not even that picky. Like, I am picky, but it's not even that picky. Like, I
convinced her to let me blend spinach into her smoothie today, and she still said it was good.
Yeah.
So, as progress.
I could be way worse, guys. Like, I could be the type of autistic that only eats dino nuggets, mac and cheese. I'm just saying, guys.
I don't think James is even autistic, but that's his diet, is chicken nuggets, ramen, mac and cheese. He knows what he likes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that picky.
I saw a thing on TikTok. It was a Reddit post or I forget what the other one is, but it was a picture. It's like autists. What's on the menu tonight?
Oh,
and he had chicken nuggets and mac and cheese.
It was all of them
and like 50 people replied. And then there was one guy that was like, "I'm doing pizza instead. Am I still autistic?" And they're like, "Pizza's a perfect substitute for chicken and mac and cheese.
Yeah.
You're still allowed." So it was hilarious.
Guys, I could be way worse, and we're lucky I'm not.
Yeah, like I have way too diverse of a palate just because, again, I always grew up cooking with my mom. So even then, like as a kid, I was still picky, but growing up, I learned to experiment with ingredients I wasn't necessarily comfortable with.
See, my mama burned all the food, so
I feel like if your mom was a better cook, you would enjoy more food.
Maybe.
Like, I definitely will say that. I know you don't watch, like, the game theory channels, but Food Theory, Matt Pat has literally said that doing videos for that channel has made him less afraid of food. It opened up his eyes and made him want to experience a wider variety. So I feel like eventually throughout this channel, I'm going to make you cook and eat stuff that you might not necessarily like, but I feel like I can put a good enough spin on it to where you're like, oh, this is actually pretty good. Like me with Brussels sprouts. I hate it whenever people boil them, but at BJ's, whenever we went there for company dinner, someone got that as an appetizer, and I'm like, I'll try one, but they were charred. They were charred.
I don't like the taste either way.
Summer. It tasted nothing like a Brussels sprout.
I'm not trying it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Brussels sprout.
I'll make you try. I'll make you try eggplant parmigiana. It tastes exactly like chicken.
I've had it before.
I thought you said you haven't.
No, I've had it before.
Still gonna make it eventually.
Okay.
We need to get back in the habit of like once a week eating something that's meatless to be healthier. Even though deep frying eggplant probably doesn't classify as healthy to most people.
Guys, I love salad.
You like squid?
I love squid.
There's a lot of people who would never touch a squid, and you
squid.
will go to town
I
on some
love
squid at the
legs.
Chinese buffet.
No, I'm just saying though, my taste is more variety than it was way back when, because I wouldn't touch Caesar salad. I did not like
What?
Caesar salad until I worked at Hideaway. I tried it.
Really?
I tried it.
With the way you talked about it at Hideaway, I thought that was just something that you always enjoyed, but you thought Caesar salad was the best at Hideaway.
No, that's the first time I ever had Caesar, was at Hideaway. and
The
it was really
first
good.
time I ever had blue cheese, my mom bought burger patties that had blue cheese crumble like mixed into the patty, and that was the first time I ever had it, and I was like, oh, this is really good. And then it had been a while, but then the second time I had it was whenever I worked at Outback. And listen, if y'all are wanting some free food, if you work at Outback, at the end of your first 3 shifts, you get a full dinner on the house. It's something different every time, but that way you can at least learn a little bit of the menu. And if they still do it, they will do as one of your main courses a blue cheese wedge chop salad, which is essentially like head of lettuce. They
Yeah.
chop it 4
That-
times.
Yeah.
I figured you know.
Oh, I thought
I'm
you were
saying,
telling me. I was like,
yeah.
I worked
So
at
like
a restaurant.
they'll essentially just take a whole head of lettuce, chop it like 4 to 6 times, and then just give you the whole wedge and just smother it in dressing. And I think mine came with a grilled chicken breast. I missed Outback for the food. Oh my god. Okay, I know we're over time, but I have to go over this one last thing, right? Whenever I worked at Outback, first of all, I got 50% off everything on the menu. Everything. And since I was in high school at the time and I had to drive 45 minutes for work, I would have to either eat there or I'd have to stop at a Quick Trip on the way home to pick up dinner, because otherwise I wasn't eating that night. So I remember, and I really want them to bring it back, this thing was labeled as an appetizer. This is a whole meal that I'm about to bring up. So it's a half bloomin' onion with cheese fries on top, with deep fried barbecue ribs on top. And it sounds awful, but those are the best ribs I have ever had. They fell off the bone. They were crunchy on the outside, but tender on the inside. The barbecue sauce was amazing. And that was $12 full price. I was getting it for $6.
Yeah. I miss when Santa Fe had the sampler app. Where it had the are they flautas?
Flautas.
Flautas.
Yeah, the
They had the
flautas.
flautas, chicken tenders,
Chicken tenders.
mozzarella sticks.
What was the 4th one?
They had chips, I know that. Tenders, mozzarella sticks, flautas.
They didn't have fried pickles there, did they?
No.
I worked there. I should know this.
I don't remember. But I miss that. My family would always get that as an app. I love the flautas.
We haven't been to Santa Fe.
I
in so
know.
long.
Okay, Spaghetti Warehouse out.
If you're being for real, I'll be for real.
I just want flautas.
The flautas are so good.
And their mixed drink is good.
I haven't had mixed drinks because
Me and
whenever
Lavender did.
whenever I worked there and then whenever I came back a year later to visit, I still wasn't 21 yet, so I couldn't drink.
Me and Lavender had the drinks.
Yeah, we need to go to
But
Santa Fe.
I miss their sampler app because I would just get that as a meal if I could.
I mean,
And you
I will
hate
be happy with just flautas and
Flautas and a
then
meal. I might get a Caesar salad
yeah.
because I'm not.
I need to
big
get
on
something that comes with a
steakhouses,
side salad.
guys.
Oh, and she's not.
It's just because I'm not a big fan of steak. Like, I won't go out of my way to order it. Like, if Jacob's like, oh, I found cheap steak, can I get this to cook? I will eat it. But I'm not going to go to a restaurant just for a steak. And I'm not big on restaurant burgers because the patties are too thick.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm just.
I am glad that you're not super picky with steak though, because I do love finding me some good
Yeah.
deep discount steaks and
Like,
cooking
if
those
you're-
up.
If you're just like, I'm gonna cook this, I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, but I'm not gonna go out of my way at a restaurant.
That's fair.
because there's other things that I could be eating. Chicken tenders.
My go-to order whenever we go to any kind of steakhouse is always like not the cheapest, but like the second or third cheapest steak on the menu, just because the cheapest cut isn't necessarily bad, but it isn't necessarily great either. And for some reason, cuts I figured would be like similar price across all steakhouses. It differs from steakhouse to steakhouse. So
Yeah.
like I said, I'll get the second to third cheapest cut, get it with a loaded either baked potato or mashed potato. If they have a loaded mashed potato, I'm getting that. If they don't offer a loaded mashed potato, I'm getting a baked potato. And then I'll typically get steamed vegetables as well. And then I forget if they did this at BJ's or at Cheddar's, but it was garlic steamed vegetables.
Cheddar.
The garlic steamed vegetables. Oh my god. Me as a kid would not tolerate a lot of the stuff that I eat today. I could not even look at broccoli without going,
I like cold broccoli dipped in. I don't like cooked broccoli.
I like steamed broccoli.
I don't like a lot of cooked vegetables. Like, I don't like cooked carrots or cooked broccoli. I do like cooked peas. Like, I can't do cold peas or whatever.
Yeah.
I like cooked spinach, the kind from a can.
Corn.
I love corn.
Yeah.
I just like corn, period. I like cutting it off the cob because the texture. They're all
But yeah, so if you ever want to know what I want to eat, like if you were ever to be able to take me out to dinner and you had to guess what I was going to eat or I had to dip, one of the cheaper steaks, loaded mashed potato or baked potato, and steamed vegetables. Or if they have blue cheese as an option, a side salad and steamed vegetables.
I get what I like. Depends on the restaurant.
She will study the menu before we order.
Mexican restaurants. I
Always
like-
enchiladas. Cheese enchiladas,
enchiladas,
smothered
rice and
with
beans.
queso, rice and beans.
At
That is the one thing I will say I love about your pickiness is if you ever tell me like, hey, can you pick this up on the way home? I immediately know what she wants. It's so easy to
Yeah.
know. Any burger place, patty, cheese, ketchup, mayo. And then if it's McDonald's, make sure they leave the onions on, but take off the pickles.
double cheeseburger.
Double cheese.
Out pick- yeah.
Or if they forget to take them off, I get them.
And then if mozzarella sticks are an option as a side, 9 times out of 10, stick.
Yeah, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're over time. We keep getting sidetracked with things, and
Okay,
it's like
bye. Bye. Hi, bye. Have a good week.